Oh, I hate my life. Hello and welcome back. It's Boecraft here with a Universe Sandbox video. Basically what this game does is, basically you're a guinea pig and you try and look for your owner Sally in the pet store. She hasn't bought you yet, but you're trying to impress Sally and try and make her buy you. Actually, no, I'm lying, obviously. Basically, it's a Universe Sandbox is a space simulator. It's on Steam. I really like it because I'm into astronomy, but basically what you can do is run a lot of simulations. Here's just a couple of quick simulations you can just load up, like have galaxies collide or comet collision or whatever, have our solar system turn Pluto into a black hole and watch us all die. But basically what I'm going to do in this series is create a star system, maybe a couple, depending how long I make this series. And before we get started on this, I would just like to apologize. On like last Sunday, I said I was gonna start making videos, and I am, but I haven't made a video in a week after releasing that due to like 3 main reasons. The first one was, so that was uploaded on Sunday, and on Monday I got really sick. I had like the flu basically for a day, and on Tuesday I was still a little bit sick, wasn't like all that happy dandy yippy dippy kind of feeling. And then on Wednesday I was trying to record a video for a different game, but I had an absolute crud ton of recording issues with that game, like lag spikes and all sorts of junk. And then on Thursday I got a throat bacteria, so I got sick twice in a week, which is very fun. And that throat bacteria infection, whatever, messed up my vocal cords, so I sounded like horrible from Thursday to yesterday, basically. And I'm just beginning to get over it. I'll probably cough maybe a couple of times in this video, just as a fair warning. But anywho, forget about being sick, let's just start on this. And probably one of the first things in a star system is you need a Homestar, and I need to get rid of this menu. There we go. Okay, Homestar. Let's just center ourselves on here. We're not gonna call it the sun. We're gonna call it Gemos. Gemos? I like Gemos. Alright, our star, Gemos. We're gonna edit its mass. It's like how big it is. Currently it's exactly the same mass as our sun. I don't like that. Let's make it 1. No. Let's make it 2.25. So basically, so it's 2 1/4 times bigger than our sun. Oh, that is beautiful. Alright, nice and white, which is exactly the way how I want this star to be due to light waves and all some fun sorts of science and stuff. I'm taking an astronomy class. It is awesome. But alright, so we have our star Gemos. So we need a first planet. Let's do like maybe a hot Jupiter kind of thing, where a hot Jupiter is kind of like a gas giant and really close. So let's look over here at our right side of our screen, which kind of tells us our stuff. Orbital period, how long do we want it? Let's actually put on this first major white line, which is kind of 1.5 days. Ain't gonna call it no Jupiter. We're gonna call it Quintana. Beautiful name. We're gonna go over to Quintana. Alright. Let's not have this guy. Let's make this thing a lot less than 1 Jupiter. Let's make it like 0.473 Jupiters, because we're just that awesome. Oh, it just did 0.47 because it rounds it. Okay. Quintana. We're not gonna make it look like Jupiter, because this ain't Jupiter. So you guys aren't gonna be able to see this, but I'm gonna open up here a textures folder. Oh, actually, this is a beautiful image. So let me just copy that, get back here to the game, select that. Now it looks like a giant moon. And now it just looks like complete awesomeness. Alright. So there we go, we have Quintana. It's too close to the Jamas for it to have a moon. It'll just get ripped off and just get sucked into the star and die. So we're not even gonna bother with anything cool about Quintana, other than it's just a hot Jupiter. What's some cool information about this place? Planet temperature. It is hot. Its temperature is that's Kelvin, not Fahrenheit. It is 2,700 degrees Fahrenheit. That can melt a lot of types of metals, especially gallium, since that melts at like 90 degrees Fahrenheit, which is actually kind of cool. But anywho, so there's Quintana. Now, let's get our second planetary body. We're actually going to go normal now and do a rock. Let's do like a Mars-sized body. Actually, before we do that, I want to go to Jamas and select the well, my voice just cracked there. The habitable zone, which basically means we could have like liquid water there and possible life, which we want to do that at some point here with probably the 4th planet in the system. Will most likely be our habitable one. Maybe we could, if we have enough skill, probably could fit in 2 habitable planets in one system. That should be a challenge for me. If I don't do it in this system, I might do it in another system if the series survives that long. But, so now our Mars-like body, we're gonna have it be on like an 15.8 day orbit. We're gonna select her, him, it. It's a planet. Come on. Okay. What should we call this thing? We should call it autonomous. Autonomous. I feel like it should be autonomous. No. 1 T. I can spell fake words. Believe me. Alright, so autonomous, I guess, is our planet name. I hope that's not a real word. I hope not. Okay, now let's go back to my textures here. Let's do... I want a rocky, kind of lunar-like texture. There we go. Select that. Click back on autonomous. And do that. There we go. Look at that thing. It's so dark. Can hardly even just see the poor fella. Alright, autonomous is going to be a little bit cooler than Quintana. We're actually going to have a moon on this poor sucker. Poor guy. Whatever you call it. Not that big of a body. I want to get into that. How far away can I go to the Homestar? Okay, so at best I could do a 15-day orbit, so we're going to really bring it into like 5-day orbit. Okay. I'm not sure if I should be creative or not. Yeah, let's be creative with the new moon names. Let's call it, Ventanus. Ventanus is the moon of autonomous. Why am I'm not creative with names. That's probably good foreshadowing right there of the series. Let's make this thing a little bit bigger and whole extra an extra 1% lunar mass. We're not gonna change the texture because it's a moon. Nobody cares about moons. Okay, where's Jamas? There's Jamas. Okay, so we got our 2 planets. to them. 2. Yes, 2. Let's do a really cool looking rocky kind of planet. I'm going to use Earth as my base model. But as always, I can always, always. I like saying always, you know, it's always fun to say it. Yeah. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But, so we're going to use that as our base model. Obviously, we're going to change textures and stuff. What is the temperature of this place? 166 degrees Celsius. That would convert to apparently 330 degrees Fahrenheit. That shouldn't work. This game is broken. Oh wait, no, it should be because it's close to the star, so it should be hot. I am stupid. Why? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just not even gonna talk. I'm just gonna kill myself right here on YouTube. Okay. Let's call this here lawn, or let's just call it Law. Law. Sounds Klingon or German. I don't know. Yep. Alright, so we got Law. He ain't gonna be one full Earth. I never changed that Mars-like planet. I've already forgot its name. Oh well, we'll just leave it at that mass. Okay, so let's just make this thing here just a little bit more massive. Let's do 1.2 times the mass of our Earth. Because, you know, this star system is awesome. Alright, let's do a really cool, hot kind of texture here. Get rid of that earth.dds and do that. Law. It actually looks pretty cool. I like the texture. I think it's pretty cool. Alright, we're gonna add rings to this little guy. Alright, geos. Oh wait, actually, delete the rings. Let me try and reselect Law. Here, I need to edit its orientation. I want its axes showing, because this will actually kind of determine on how the rings are gonna look like. Alright. We're gonna have here less extreme of seasons on Law. Alright, get rid of that. Okay, now we can add in our rings. And it didn't get rid of the axes. Why? I do not know. Alright, measure in radius. Let's put some depth on those rings. Let's add up this particle count to 600, I guess. There we go. Law has rings. Beautiful, beautiful. I want the axes to go. Oh, I clicked on planet temperature. I kind of want that. I like that feature. Alright, we're also going to have here one moon here on Law. It's actually a pretty massive moon, if you ask me. 1.46. Obviously, we're going to edit it, but... Alright, how far away can we be? Okay, so we can do some 60 days out there, so... Let's do a 39.8 day Earth day orbit. Let's change this to like 1.16, make it a little bit smaller. Let's rename this to like, let's do cause. Yeah. Gotta love a planet or moon that's named Cause. Alright. Law, I'm gonna change its color. I don't think you guys can see this yet again. I am so sorry. But let's just kinda let's do this brown color. Alright. There we go. Change the color thing, but now it dyed the color of the planet. Don't want that tint off. There we go. So, we got 3 planets in. That's pretty awesome. I'm liking this. Around our goody old Jamos. Alright, let's get our habitable planet in. I want to look at temperature. There's temperature, alright. Alright, so I found that the sweet zone is probably around 22 degrees Celsius. Is pretty good. That's like 72 degrees in Fahrenheit, if my memory serves me well. Let's bring it in just a little bit. Actually, no, I guess we'll just have one habitable planet. Alright, 22.5 degrees. That would turn out to be 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Beautiful. I like saying beautiful. It's such a beautiful word, isn't it? Alright. We're gonna rename this Earth. What's Earth? There's no such thing as Earth, you know. There's Condor. You gotta love Condor. Condor's an awesome world. You know what? I'm just gonna say this. You better love Condor, or I'm gonna hunt you down. And not good things are gonna happen. I can tell you this. Not good things. Alright. Here's our texture for Condor. Quite a beautiful texture. It's got one continent. I'll probably change that later in the future if I ever so wish. I'm gonna really change the axes here to have less extreme seasons. We're gonna go all the way down to like 8 degrees of tilt, so we're not gonna have all that extreme of seasons. Excuse me. Let's be cool with Condor here as well and have rings measuring radius. Where are these supposed rings? Oh, I think they're like inside. Actually, wait, no. I want to edit Condor here just a bit. This is probably going to be our biggest... No, I'm going to have a bigger rocky planet because I'm just that awesome. Alright, let's do 3.16. Okay, so it's got the mass of Jupiter. I do not want that. I just click on Earth. For some odd reason, with the numpad, it doesn't detect decimal places, which is a bit annoying. So instead of writing 3.16 Earths, which is what I wanted, it did 316 Earths, which apparently is 0.99 times the mass of Jupiter. Alright, there we go. We got our mass fixed out. Now let's add in our goody old rings. Alright, let's clicky buttons. I like clicking buttons. Buttons are awesome. You gotta love buttons. Alright, 3 point blank. It didn't do the decimal place again. Gosh, hate that. Alright. Oh, look at those rings. Those are beautiful rings. Actually, we're gonna bring them in just a wee bit. Should I bring up my particle count? Let's bring it up another 200 because Condor is our main planet. You gotta make it look awesome, you know. Condor is actually gonna have here 2 moons because, you know, we're just that awesome. Alright, so let's do one with like a 7-day orbit. Actually, you know what I can do? I can just click on my body and then just go boom. 7-day on the dot orbit. We're gonna call this here Jupitaris. That's a cool name, and the J ain't capitalized. I hate that. Capitalize that J. Alright, Jupitaris, our first moon. Let's make it like a little bit more map. No, let's just do like 2.4 basically. 2.39 moons. Alright, texture. I know exactly what texture I want. Highlight the name. Control C, click on Jupitaris. Do that. Alright, since we already know that we're in the habitable zone for liquid water, Jupitaris has liquid water, so maybe, I guess, the people of Condor could terraform this place, you know, make it habitable, have an awesome moon base, you know, because they're cool, they're Condorians. Alright, our next well, let's get a decent sized body here. Come on. There we go. 0.65 times the mass of our moon. Guess that works. How far away can I go? Pretty far, actually. How many days? I could do like a 200-day orbit, or just about, if I wanted to. So let's do a 100, or let's just do a 93.2-day orbit, because, you know, space, the universe doesn't like precise numbers, you know? Like, we don't have 24-hour days on the dot, we actually have like 23.987, whatever number it is. Alright, Europa, let's rename that to, Cronus. Cronus. Yes, Cronus. Cronus, I guess, will be cool. Have little tiny baby rings around it, and apparently it doesn't rotate. 2. No, let's do like 6. Yeah. Actually, no, let's get rid of these rings. It might lag out the recording as we add in more and more junk into this simulation. Okay, let's add a texture to Cronus, because it's around Condor. And Cronus, we want this thing to be cool and rocky. Actually, ooh, I know the perfect texture. It's quite lunar-like. Control A, backspace, Control V. There we go. Cronus, it has a giant crater. Because, you know, the universe just hates Cronus. Because nobody likes the second moon of an awesome planet like Condor. So, alright. I think this shall conclude our first episode of Universe Sandbox, and of Season 2, technically. Our first real video, Season 2. So here we are with Jamos, with, Quintana. What's this planet named? Oh, yeah. Optimus, yeah. And then La and Ka. Or Kaz, not Ka. And then we have goody old Condor. Alright. Well, I'm gonna shut down the habitable zone since we already got all that information. And we're gonna set the world into motion. Looky there. We're actually moving in time. 2 hours, 3 hours already of life on Condor. Look at that, it's just spinning beautifully. Cronus way out there in the background, and Jepitar's oh so close, just swinging on by, and we head on over to Jamos and just watch Quintana you gotta love the universe. The universe is just awesome. Alright. Well, this is Boecraft, and I bid you all farewell in your life's journeys and adventures. Thanks so much for watching.